Amberlynn announces that she's excited for what's about to go down, saying things are going to change for the better. She's been shaking with excitement and unable to sleep since making this decision. She assures us that
this is not clickbait in the slightest.
She reveals that she received a message from a health coach and understands this might be the reaction of viewers.
The end. Like, what are you saying? I know, I get it.
She decided to reply to the health coach because she has tried every other diet plan except the one being proposed and weight loss surgery. She plans to start the new journey within the next week and is motivated to try something new.
I'm so excited, you guys. I haven't been this pumped and this amped, this excited and anxious in a very long time.
The new plan is called
Optavia.
She says that many thousands of people are losing weight on this program.
Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Amberlynn gives an example of someone who started at 414 pounds and after using this particular program went down to 180 pounds.
And it took her 2 years. What? Amazing. I know.
Once she heard the amount lost, she was hooked.
I was just like, oh my God, tell me everything.
She gives 2 other examples of 2 other people who lost over 100 pounds in 1 year, and her health coach has lost 200 pounds on the program. She explains how the diet consists of
fuelings is what they call them. They're like fuels to fuel your body.
On this plan, she will eat 6 times a day, which consists of 5 small fuelings and 1
lean and green.
Amberlynn thinks this program will work out for her because it will help with portion control and she won't have to come up with specific ingredients for each meal. She thinks this is why she has given up on diets in the past.
I think way too hard when it comes to losing weight and dieting, lifestyle changes.
She says she will be doing the 5 and 1 plan until she is close to her weight loss goal, which would probably mean months of eating this way. At that point, she would be eating 4 fuelings and 2 lean and greens. There's a limit on condiments, which is fine because we all know she's a dry girl. The reason she thinks it will work for her is because it consists of simple foods.
I can't think of a single reason why I would fail on this.
She says the only reason she might not follow through with the plan is if her binging gets the best of her, but she's been told that the cravings go away on this program.
When I start craving something, that's when the binging happens.
She says that it is possible to conquer her binge eating disorder and that she isn't going to be this Amberlynn forever.
I can't be. It's not gonna happen.
Her health coach told her she could lose up to 200 pounds in 1 year, and this made it the perfect fix.
What?
The order has been placed and costs about $400 a month, which she says is less than the amount she spends on takeout, groceries, and junk food. Each month, there will be another package delivered. She still has some tools to learn surrounding the program, but she has spent
hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of research.
She wanted to do as much research as she could before committing to spending so much. She consulted Instagram, YouTube, and the program's official website. She's confident in the process because of all the other weight loss success stories on the program. One review advised that this is not a lifestyle change, but rather an expensive diet. That's not enough to deter this girl because they teach you how to transition from the diet into a healthy lifestyle after losing the desired weight.
I don't think they kind of understood the situation. They should have known you don't eat like this for the rest of your life.
We still aren't set on how to say the name of the program.
With Optavia, Optavia, I pronounce it kind of wrong. That's okay. I pronounce everything wrong.
She thinks the small portions will be what she needs to lose about
380, I don't know, math. Let me do math real quick. 390.
Her goal is to be
170 pounds.
Amberlynn explains how this program is for people who have literally tried everything to lose weight without success. A magical diet, if you will. She says she knows exactly how to simply eat healthy, but doesn't do it consistently because
my mind literally won't let me.
The online support from others is what she has been looking for and is confident it will help motivate her to stick to her program. She tried the Weight Watchers online support groups, but maybe this will be different. The most exciting part of the journey is the potential for an aftershot in a year from now.
I want to be able to come back like a year from now and just be like, whoa, the differences are insane.
It's the next day and Amberlynn is still super excited to start the program.
By the way, it's Optavia. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right this time. If I'm not, there's days ways to fix it.
Now that she's signed up for the program, she has access to the Facebook group with others who are on the program. She assures us that the online reviews and community surrounding the program have all been motivating with almost no discouraging reviews.
Something like this isn't wrong. This company has won awards.
She thinks the program is going to be easy because
all I have to do is grab it and make it. I think that's where I'm going to succeed in this.
She says she knows she has to see a therapist while on the program to ensure her success. Amberlynn believes it takes a lot of research to understand that
when people say that it's a pyramid scheme, you would know firsthand that those are all just assumptions and opinions. It's not fact.
She hopes the skeptics won't deter others from trying the program because it could change their lives. She says the fuelings contain the recommended amount of daily vitamins, plus
they have probiotics. There's no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or anything like that.
She says her current selection of hot Cheetos and ramen don't have the nutrients she needs and is hopeful it will help supplement her vitamin D because she doesn't go outside often.
I'm excited and I want people to be excited with me.
Today she plans to clean out the cabinet of all her food, but not Becky's. People have been asking if Becky will be joining her on her journey.
She's not. She's not right now.
Becky wants to see how the program treats Amberlynn before buying her own $400 package. She explains how the program is what she needs to change her life, unlike Becky.
Of course she's, bigger and she has to lose weight, but I'm at a point where we all know I will die within the next few years if I don't do something about it now, and that's why this program is so important to me.
Today she plans to pick up some things from Walmart, such as the lean-in greens, a measuring tape, and containers for the fuelings. She hopes to start the program tomorrow if the package arrives on time.
I'm crossing my fingers that it does get here because I am just so anxious and I'm ready to get the ball on the road.
It's time to clean out the food that is not part of the program. She assures us that she won't be throwing anything out, but rather giving it away, unless it's something Becky wants. Amberlynn is back from Walmart.
We're gonna do a little haulage.
She says there's an option for a low-carb snack and that she can choose when to have her low-fat snack too. They supply a list of foods they recommend to choose from.
So I'm gonna show you guys everything. Let's start. Pickles, olive oil, light balsamic vinaigrette, little baby shrimp, unsweetened almond milk. You can use this as a condiment. Only 30 calories per serving, so I feel like I'm not gonna like it, but that's okay. Light string cheese, 2 bags of green beans.
She says there's a booklet that comes with the package that lets her know how much one serving is per green.
I have to look all this up, don't worry. Mini waffle maker.
She says a lot of people on
Optavia, I'm so bad at pronouncing that. I'll work on it.
Turn their fuelings into waffles.
Big thing of spinach. I just got some chicken breast. I also got a scale. This is what I'm gonna try using to put my fuelings in.
She's not sure how many fuelings to expect, but hopes they will fit in these containers.
This is 80 ounces.
The goal is to drink 64 to 100 ounces a day. Her plan is to drink her first 20 ounces of water in a cup with her first fueling shake before starting on the 80 ounces in this jug. The excitement has turned into anxiousness as the time to start approaches. She'll be detoxing during the first week, but is confident that this is the program she should do because they tell her exactly what to eat for every meal. It's day 1 and the package has arrived.
Let's do this thing.
She has her first 20 ounces of water to go with her first fueling.
Optavia. Gotta learn how to pronounce it still.
Her starting weight is recorded at 553.4 pounds. She opens her first fueling, which is something she doesn't think she will enjoy, saving the best for last.
Cranberry honey nut granola bar. I'm really nervous. It's so good.
She says it tastes exactly what you think it would taste like.
Cranberry honey nut granola bar.
She plans to set an alarm for every 2 hours so she will know when it is time for her next fueling. Now it's time for the unboxing, as it is
my first day on Optavia, the dining out guide. Order healthy and think healthy. Shake cup to put my shakes in and my stuff like that, and then just shake it and bam, bam, bam. Your shake is made, boo-boo. Cranberry honey nut granola.
Each box of product comes with 7 servings.
Yep, 7 servings. Golden chocolate chip pancakes. Creamy chocolate shake. Ooh, roasted garlic creamy smashed potatoes. Chocolate mint cookie crisp. Dark chocolate covered cherry shake. Rustic tomato herb penne. Creamy double peanut butter crisp bar. I have 2 of them. Raisin oat cinnamon crisp. Drizzled chocolate fudge crisp bar. Buttermilk cheddar herb biscuit with Mediterranean rosemary. Oh, okay, boo-boo. I have a biscuit up in here.
Having the instructions on the back of the box makes the process easier to prepare each fuel.
Like the penne.
Penny.
Or the shakes.
Amberlynn shares the nutritional facts so she knows what she will be fueling up on.
We're gonna do a little random factoid here.
She reads off the amount on the back of the biscuits, which have 110 calories, 350 sodium, and 13 grams of carbs. At this point, there are no worries about being deficient in any macros.
By eating 5 fuelings a day, you get all of your vitamins you need. There's probiotics in all of these. I'm gonna be feeling good. Let's hope so.
Back to the unboxing.
Home-style chicken flavored and vegetable noodle soup, the Optavia guide, your first 30 days of integration to lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. Honey mustard and onion sticks, red berry crunchy O's cereal, caramel delight crisp bar, decadent double chocolate brownie, chewy chocolate chip cookie. Ooh, I love cookies. Silky peanut butter and chocolate chip. That was a bar, by the way. Zesty cheddar and Italian herb crunchers.
Reviews have said each fueling seems to have a good amount of food in the package, making them filling.
That's what I need. Wild strawberry shake, chia bliss smoothie with coconut sugar from the Philippines, kiwi, pineapple, blueberry, and apple. That sounds like super fancy. Living a longer, healthier life. Whoa, this next book is even thicker and bigger, and it literally hit me in the face if you go back and watch that. Whoa, Dr. A's Habits of Health.
She said she would hate to get all this information in a package as someone who doesn't know the science behind the program because it would be overwhelming. She assures us she has done lots of research, not only from reading about it online, but also
Research I get with people's mouths.
having so much information at her disposal surrounding this program is helpful because the fact is,
Not everyone can just lose weight on their own. Not everyone can do it. That's just a fact.
if it wasn't a fact, then
There wouldn't be such a wonderful program as this.
she talks about the value of the program, saying if she is having a bad day, there's a vast community of people to talk to about her issues. A nutritionist is also available for her, so she'll be saving time and money finding one herself. We look at the price of the program when Amberlynn says she spent more on groceries than she does the fuelings.
I don't even want to admit it, but any food intake that I probably intake every month is easily over $1,000. Just on myself, yeah, I spend a lot of money on food. But, I mean, doesn't everyone?
Now that the fuelings are in their containers, it's time to decide where to put them. I'm not sure why she isn't putting them in the cabinet she was cleaning out. Maybe they don't fit. She mentions that they'll fit on the counter in the kitchen. If not, she can put them on a table in the corner of the dining room, kind of like the Lego collection.
A ton of Legos.
She has her fuelings ready to take to Becky's sister's house, where there will be
Temptation staring at me right in the face.
We find out what the temptation was when they returned home that night.
There was pizza. It looked good.
She noticed that she wasn't craving a piece of pizza because,
I knew I couldn't.
she says, with past diet plans, she was allowed to eat in moderation, so she would normally have a piece or two.
This time, it didn't even happen.
She shows us the lean and green for the day, which is chicken, spinach, and pickles. The chicken has some seasoning and olive oil, and there's dressing on the spinach, so the fats are included in the meal.
Yum.
It's day 2, and we start with a chocolate cherry shake. Extra water.
It says put a cup of water in there, but I think it tastes better with a little bit more.
There is a 3.4 pound weight loss in one day, which she says is mostly water weight.
Like, you don't need water weight. It's just not good.
Plastic water weight goes right to my hips.
We have an emergency.
Water weight really messes with the blood flow to your heart and all that.
Lynch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
That is not natural. For every 1 gram of carbohydrate, your body holds on to 3 grams of water.
It's about 1 hour after the second fueling of the day, and Amberlynn wants to share her thoughts so far. Specifically, how she felt less hungry after eating her second fueling.
Definitely takes away cravings. I know it's only day 2.
She explains why she thinks the fuelings are keeping her fueled.
It's healthy and it's nutritional and it's low carb, but high protein, the right amount of fiber, things like that.
Compared to her regular lifestyle, this diet is a dramatic change, leading us to wonder if it really is the perfect fix. She says so far she has been low on energy, wanting to sleep more, which is probably not a bad thing considering she has trouble sleeping on her regular diet. She found out the first 4 days are the hardest to get through, but if she can get to day 5,
And that's when my energy goes right back up. I'm excited for that day.
The next update we get is from the end of day 3. Amberlynn explains how the diet made her feel yesterday.
Yesterday, mentally, physically, I felt incredible. I don't think that there is a time that I have done a program or a weight loss journey diet situation where I felt as good as I did. And that's just 100% honesty.
Remember the vegan days?
Being a vegan, oh my God, makes you feel incredible. It's almost like it's its own medicine in itself. It's really crazy. I felt so good.
She says the first day of fuelings were better than the second. She didn't like them, especially the chicken noodle soup, which she describes as,
it took every ounce of me to finish that. It was just disgusting. Ugh.
After the soup, it was starting to become clear that this might not be the perfect fix she thought it was. There's the option to send back any fuelings she doesn't like and trade them with ones she does. The real test came when she had her friends over for a bonfire. One thing led to another, and well, there were hot dogs, and they looked better than that slice of pizza on day 1.
Everyone was sitting around with their hot dogs and their chips and their this and their that, and I'm just like, can't have any of it.
We're just getting the fire pit ready. We're gonna be having company over and just enjoying sitting around the fire pit, just having a good time. Mesmerized by the fire.
Can we roast weenies? Oh yeah. Oh, we're recording.
I'm just showing them the fire.
She dismisses the correlation between her emotions, brain, and her mind when she says she was an emotional wreck trying to talk herself out of the program, but also that she felt fine physically, mentally, and it felt like the fog had lifted from her brain.
I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to find every excuse to quit. I found one. So I got to thinking, I was like, how many calories am I eating in a day doing this program?
It's amazing with all the research she did that the amount of calories a day didn't have its own page of calculations in one of her journals. Instead, she waited until the second day to do this.
I logged everything into MyFitnessPal from day 1 and day 2. It was only about 900 calories, so I got a little freaked out.
She says she knew the program offered 900 calories when starting off, then increased to 1200. She compares the calories to the diet of someone getting weight loss surgery. She says although she didn't feel hungry, she was fearful of getting sick from lack of calories. She claims the people at the bonfire that evening were discouraging her from the program as well.
I also had a lot of people in my ear telling me, yeah, 900 calories seems too little and all this stuff, and I was just like getting scared.
The chips and hot dogs were calling her name, so she sent a message to her health coach. Having made up her mind on day 2, the health coach had very little chance of talking her out of it. Once she makes up her mind, it's final.
I ended up having brown rice that night, which you're not allowed to have on program. And I had a cup of noodle.
The final calorie count for day 2 was 1600. There was a new plan formed.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing Optavia. I am just going to eat less and eat healthy, brown rice, and I had a cup of noodle.
She convinced herself the program was not something she felt comfortable continuing.
Why am I doing Optavia? This was the worst idea I've ever came up with.
She decides the low amount of calories per day is enough reason to stop the program. She still has the option of returning the ones she dislikes to trade them for ones she might eat, but that sounds like a trip to the post office. Her health coach tries to encourage her to continue the program, suggesting she increases the amount of calories per day with her lean and greens.
And I wasn't listening to her. I was just like, I really don't think I can do this.
She compares it to,
even Dr. Now from My 600 Pound Life gives his patients a 1200 calorie diet in the beginning. They eat even less after surgery.
After discussing it with her health coach, she had the option to increase the calories to 1200 from 900, understandably so. Let's see if she tries this in the mind frame of,
if you're getting the right nutrients and this and that, then eating low calorie is okay.
When she weighed in this morning on day 3, she gained 0.6 of a pound overnight. She explains how this occurred.
Optavia is very low sodium, so I was retaining a lot of water from deciding to eat that cup of noodle. I drank a lot of water and I was holding on to it. It was just like a mess.
On day 3, she made her choice on whether or not to continue the program. Does she give in to the cravings?
I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm not doing Optavia. I'm just gonna do my own thing. I ended up making a really healthy meal, and then I just felt binge crazy. Like I just wanted to binge on everything, so I ended up having pasta. Like it was a mess. When I was being super strict on Optavia, I didn't have that urge to binge. I didn't have the cravings. It's wild. It was wild. Optavia really takes that away from you.
She says relapsing is part of the detox process and thinks it might be best to not give up on the program just yet.
I just gave into it and I messed up.
She has an appointment to chat with her health coach tomorrow at 8 p.m. to figure out how to proceed with the program.
Figuring out what we think I should do.
It's 5 days later, and Amberlynn says she caught a cold a few days ago.
On top of that, I got some more really, really bad news. I know a lot of people get really upset when I say stuff like that, but this is what's happening with me right now. I'm a wreck.
Amberlynn has officially decided to no longer participate in the weight loss program after discussing it with her health coach, Becky, and her roommates, Eric and Ricky.
A lot of people are probably going to be like, hey, I told you so.
I'm not the kind of person to say I told her so, but you know what? I told her so. I told her so.
A few days ago, I have officially decided not to do Optavia.
She drops the amount of daily calories to 800 from 900 to make it sound more dramatic. I suppose she didn't want to increase the calorie limit with her lean and greens along with the fuelings, saying,
and if I was to ever try eating more than that, I would gain weight. It would mess up my metabolism. I just don't think I'm ready for that low of calorie.
She says her doctor was totally fine with the program until she heard the amount of calories she would be eating. It seems as if there was little research on the amount of calories, or it was always going to be the way out of the program even before receiving the package.
She told me it's just too low of calorie for you or for anybody to sustain in their life. They should have known you don't eat like this for the rest of your life.
It's a couple days later and Amberlynn reflects on the program, saying how nutritious the fuelings are, but wishes she knew the calories were so low. She thinks she will gain weight if she were to explore the options to increase calories and trade in any fuelings she doesn't like for one she might. It was actually her doctor who convinced her the program was not for her, probably not informed of the possibility of increasing the calories and maybe believing the limit was 800 calories per day.
No, it's probably confusing why I decided not to do Optavia. I know that I even said in this video that it's totally fine to have such low calories, but I'm just glad my doctor kind of was like, no, it's not good. It's not good for your metabolism. So glad that that happened.
As far as her health coach is concerned,
I was scared that I let her down, but I'm just really glad that I didn't. She's just more so worried about me finding what works for me.
It's 10 days later and Amberlynn says she has been stressed about her blood family but doesn't elaborate. She goes on to say that she watches Zachary Michael and saw his video that he made regarding her journey with the program.
He's the only reaction channel I will watch, which brings me to this whole thing about Optavia.
She gives a percentage of viewers that said she shouldn't be doing the program.
Probably 98% of my subscribers did not want me doing Optavia. No one wanted me doing Optavia.
Zach reacts to Amberlynn's feelings being in containers.
I got all of my feelings.
Girl, it's a fueling. A fueling, not a feeling. This is so goddamn extra.
When it comes to the placement of the feelings, Zach wonders the same thing we did.
Girl, are you consulting with Eric and Ricky about just like taking up all their space with your MLM marketing scam diet feelings? Like,
some of the reasons people didn't think this was the right program for Amberlynn were
people thought it was junk food. People didn't like that it was MLM company. They thought it was a scam, or they didn't think it'd work for me, or it was too little bit of food, or it was the wrong type of food. Like, there was just so many different reasons.
Zach questions Amberlynn's feelings about the fuelings.
I didn't feel as compelled.
wait, did she just say I didn't fuel? Because now I really feel like she's trolling me. I swear I heard her say I couldn't fuel. She's saying feelings instead of fuelings. Maybe it's just my head that is like mishearing these things.
Zach explains how he did a quick Google search on the taste of the products in the program and found reviews saying the fuelings didn't taste good.
They all were disgusting, and I'm just being honest.
This leads Zach to ask,
What kind of research was you doing? All right, ma'am.
Amberlynn talks about the night of the bonfire when she was derailed from the program.
So we were having a bonfire, and everyone was sitting around with their hot dogs and their chips and their this and their that, and I'm just like, can't have any of it.
Zach says there will be temptations when around people eating different foods than recommended for your specific diet, but that it's more important to
Focus on just like enjoying the company of the people instead of like what they're eating. If you're about to tell me that you decided to eat something because everybody else was eating it, like,
Zach finds out the reason behind the decision to terminate the program.
ma'am, you did so much research. Why are you not aware of how many calories you're eating on this?
I also had a lot of people in my ear telling me, yeah, 900 calories seems too little, and all this stuff.
Girl, don't blame this on other people.
When Amberlynn says she ate brown rice and a cup of noodles, Zach has a good point, since it was the bonfire that derailed her diet on day 2.
Girl, you said you were at a bonfire? You may as well have that hot dog, girl.
Can we roast weenies?
When she talks about her health coach being encouraging, Zach says
She wants you to keep trying because she's got a...
Not to.
Zach has a split reaction to the end of the program.
What a surprise, Amberlynn. Color us all shocked. Like, girl, I'm heartbroken. I'll be back. Y'all, it just wouldn't be right if we didn't give our girl, Optavia. We need to lay her to rest.
Zach claims
She still uploaded that haul, even though she knew she was no longer on Optavia. She said, I'm still committed to giving you this update.
I just gave into it and I messed up. So I'm gonna be talking to my health coach and figuring out what we think I should do.
Optavia, girl, this one's for you.
Amberlynn shares the amount of likes and dislikes she received on her video, revealing she was no longer on the program.
I got a little over 1,400 thumbs up. Over 12,000 thumbs down. What?
She interpreted this as
98% of the people didn't want me doing this program. And then all of a sudden now everyone wants me to do it. I guess I was just confused. I failed at doing something you didn't want me to do.
she thinks people who said she should not do the program are the same people who are saying she should continue it.
No matter what I say, they just think the opposite of what I say or what I do. That's hard to wrap my head around.
One of the YouTube creators Amberlynn watches made a video saying he could help her by sharing the tools for his method of weight loss, but that
she needs to get into the mindset of like, this is something I'm going to battle for the rest of my life, and not try and find shortcuts, not try and find easy ways out, because they don't exist, and all you're gonna do is end up back from where you started and probably gaining more weight along the way.
He just told you how it is. His name is Obese to Beast. It was titled What I Think About Amberlynn Reed or something like that. I was so scared. I actually started crying a little bit. I had tears in my eyes.
something that stood out to her while watching the video was when he said he didn't record all the times he failed diets, but if he did, there would be many videos with negative reviews.
He would get as much hate as me. That really meant a lot to me.
She says most people who show their weight loss journey presents the results of their end goal, but not the times they failed.
They've dieted several times, several times, hundreds of times before they finally are successful.
He says he would like to help Amberlynn, so she reaches out to him and they come up with a plan.
I did message him. He did help me.
The diet he recommended sounded almost exactly like the program, plus starchy vegetables, minus the fuelings and feelings.
Eat healthier, obviously, lean meats, vegetables, sweet potatoes, just things like that. Food that is better for you, plain and simple. He wants me to drink a ton of water every day.
Back to the old familiar comfort of counting calories lower than recommended, then becoming overwhelmed with the restrictions.
His knowledge and everything that he's told me is pretty much the exact same as like past nutritionists have told me. He figured out how many calories I eat to maintain the weight that I am. Obese to Beast taught me all this. I'm so grateful for that. To gain weight, 6,000 calories easily. To maintain the weight that I have now, I have to eat around like 3,600, 3,800, which is a lot of calories. To lose weight, he said 2,800 to 3,000. I told him I might just aim for 2,600.
She says she is thankful that he is willing to support her through the process that worked for him, which she finds motivational.
I'm just like excited because this is all knowledge I kind of already knew. I'm so tired of people saying I should eat broccoli all day and that's the only thing I should eat.
Man-child makes
I am not
food and he doesn't do anything
I am not
with it. He doesn't do anything with it. Nothing with it.
Stop it!
I'm showing this to my lawyer.
I'm showing this to Nancy, and she is gonna send you to jail. I am so sorry that you have to witness this.
She shares her true feelings about the program, saying it was too restrictive for her.
I don't need to set myself up in a position where I'll fail.
She says this is the most realistic way to lose weight.
Eating this many calories, the more weight I lose, the less my calories go.
Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty were filming the same type of content around this time. They were recording their diets and felt the downside of stopping was the negative reviews.
So hi Chantel, if you're watching.
Hi, Amberlynn.
She mentioned how Foodie has been counting less than 3,000 calories and losing weight.
I'm watching her videos and I'm just like, This is inspiring.
Chantel's advice for Amberlynn is,
if you just do that small step and just calculate the calories, that's what I've been doing. That's what's been working so far for me.
If she can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, she can do it. If I can do it and she can do it, you can do it. It's working for her. It's going to work for me. And it's just more sustainable. And it just makes a lot more sense.
Amberlynn made chili today and calculated the calories in the pot.
Okay, I know my chili usually is like soupy. Then after you stir that, you're going to want to add your chicken broth. So I did add all of that. Then the tomato juice. I forgot to show you, but I also add diced tomatoes, a little bit of tomato sauce. So it is complete. But this time I made it thicker because everyone always tells me, Amberlynn, you need to make your chili thicker. The calories came out to 2,200. It was like 2,290. So I could eat the whole pot.
She compares it to a regular order from McDonald's.
A 20 piece.
But I only ate the outside of the nugget, not the inside of the nugget.
A large fry, a McFlurry.
Based on the Beast's advice, she says it wouldn't be as filling as half of the chili she made.
He said eat healthier, eat foods with more volume that are less calories.
We finish on a positive note.
The people who matter want to see me succeed.
I really do hope that her and all the other people who are trying to lose weight really are successful. I really hope so.